Whether you're a gaming fanatic that lives and dies with a PC, or just a simple and lucky, damn it, work from home person that has been a growing in trend lately, one thing we have in common is that we spend a huge amount of time in our desk setup, and if we are going to be spending a huge part of our life with it, might as well make it the most productive and beautiful place on earth that we won't like to leave. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself to justify everything that I've been purchasing. Anyway, in today's video, I'm sharing my temporarily complete desk setup as a reference for everyone, including myself, for the future builds. Now, temporary and complete may not seem related to each other, but one thing I've learned this past few years is that our PC setup does not become really fully complete, but will just come to a point that we are just happy enough about it, or just needs to divert the funds to some other priorities first. As for me, it's a little bit of both, as I am planning to renovate my apartment soon, and that's the reason I haven't really added some wall decors at the moment. But all in all, this is my desk setup for 2024. To start with, the table I'm using is actually a cheap one I find in an online store called Shopee. It's an L-shaped desk that measures 160 cm by 120 cm in total with a 55 cm depth. Yes, the depth is not really that ideal, which is why I used monitor arms to push my monitors further away. The tabletop is just made of particle board but is supported by metal frame base, making it quite durable with no sag whatsoever. I also really prefer a single L-shaped desk than two desks formed in L, since for one, there is no seams in between the two desks and it's just a single huge tabletop. And second, there is just something satisfying in the smooth curve between your desks. And of course, some LED lights was placed on the back to add some ambient lighting. Aside from that, I also included the monitor riser to add some verticality and some extra space as well. It is currently in light wood color to add some warmth in an otherwise sterile white setup. But to be honest, I'm still unsure if I should just replace it with a white color. What do you think, guys? Please let me know in the comment section below. On the left side of the desk is my figure collections. Most of my collections are left in the Philippines, but I did bring my favorite one, which is the holy grail of my figures, a resin figure of Final Fantasy X Yuna. This is a 1/4 scale and placed in a rotating stand to imitate descending, the dance Yuna did to send the dead to the afterlife. And in the middle are some female figures, and on the top are the Knights of the Round Table, including Arthur, Lancelot, and Gawain. I really wanted to add Mordred, Bedivere, and Merlin, but it's just not on my budget at the moment. Back on my desk, I also kinda have an L-shaped monitors. The primary one is a 35-inch 1440p ultra-wide monitor with a 160Hz refresh rate, while the secondary vertical one is a 24-inch 1440p monitor with 100Hz refresh rate. Both are coming from Acer. The vertical configuration also allows me to hide the cables behind it. Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. I also really like the Sky Demo LEDs behind my main monitor. This is actually a cheap alternative to active sync lights from the likes of Govee and Philips. It simply uses a USB to sync your monitor to the lighting system. It has a very few LED count, so the color accuracy is not that great, but when it does, it looks freaking great. I also have a webcam here that I use for streaming. I bought this a long time ago, and to be honest, the quality is actually not that good. In this side is where I place my Blue Yeti microphone with a low profile arm. I quite like this setup as I'm able to easily hide the microphone when I'm not using it. I'm also thinking to paint this with white, I just have no experience about it. Under the monitor riser is my soundbar. This one is also brandless and I purely choose it due to its color. The white and gray just greatly match with the mouse and keyboard. The quality may not that be good, but I don't really play competitive games anymore and I am satisfied just hearing the sounds in the games or in movies clearly. Also, this one has an RGB. There was a way to keep the color the same, but being cheap as it is, you need to keep setting the color every time I turn on the PC. I just got tired of it and stopped doing that. And honestly, already forgot how to do it. But anyway, it is under the monitorizer, thus the rainbow color does not disturb that much. But yes, the speakers may be one of the few things I would like to upgrade in the future. Moving down is my peripherals, which I so love. The keyboard I'm using is the iRox K85R in ice white color. I customized this one, changing the main keys to baby kangaroo switches and the numpads with the blue switches. Since this one has north-facing LEDs, I've replaced the caps as well with a shine-through keycaps, creating this simple but gorgeous piece of art. And did I mention about this cute LCD screen? It seems like hard not to notice I am a fan of Yuna. This is actually a wireless keyboard, but placing the charger every few days became a hassle. Thus, I adapted the wires to my setup with these coiled USB-C connectors, then simply run it through the speakers. It both serves as a great aesthetics and convenience for me. And of course, on the right side is the popular Logitech G502X Plus. I have been using my previous G502 for at least 8 years and so before, which is why upgrading to a wireless one is a no-brainer for me. Its white and gray color scheme is also a great match with the rest of my peripherals. I have bought a separate charging dock as well, again for the convenience, so that I don't need to pull some cables every time I need to charge the mouse. And all of these are placed in a large mousepad. I have several actually. I just replace it every few weeks when I need to clean it. I also have this small plant here to give the space its needed greenery. This is a real one by the way, and its size is just perfect at the moment. So I have these wooden coasters as well, so that the table won't get wet when I add some water to the plant. And to the other side of the desk is just a free space for the other stuffs that I need. I also have this cute little thing here, which is a all-in-one wireless charger, clock, lamp, and a Bluetooth speaker. So many functions in a single thing. And finally, the beast that powers my setup is this custom white PC build that I built last December. This has an i9-4900K, 64 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 4080 Aero. This is all inside the Lianli O11 Vision and using the Lianli fans and streamers as well. Anyway guys, that's all for now. See you again after my apartment renovation. Peace!